Asia Clark, who's the community manager at Chase, is with us in this sponsored segment by JP Morgan Chase, is going to talk to us a little bit about our new year and our finance. Hey, Asia.
Hi. How are you, Denise? Nice
I'm
to
good.
see you.
Thank you. We are getting a little
Thank
feedback.
you for having me.
I don't know. Is there, we getting,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can also hear myself two times. But anyway, let's move forward. You're doing all the talking. I'm just asking questions. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well.
So tell us a little bit, because you've talked to us before about what you do at JP Morgan Chase as a community manager. What is your role there? What do you?
Well, my role as the community manager, I bridge the community to financial literacy. And I help those in the community. My district, my market is DC, and I help people pretty much look at and see what their financial journey, where they are right now and where they want to go. So I map out opportunities and ways for them to reach their goals. And so I work out of Skyland Community Center in the Chase branch in Ward 8, but I'm also throughout the city. I work with small businesses, I work with schools, and I work with nonprofits, organizations of all kinds based off of their community to kind of sit down and identify ways that I can help them on their financial journey.
What are some of the tips you offer to some of the people that you talk to?
Well, we are in the start of a new year. So now that we're in January, I think the biggest thing is for people to look at it in the same way as their mental and physical health, their financial health, right? What are some goals? So the tips that I've been giving people that I think are important: audit what you're doing. Look at yourself like a business. What did you do last year? What goals did you set for yourself? Did you meet those goals, and how did you do that? Did you go over your budget? If you set a budget, did you go outside the budget? Did you stick to the budget? So you have to take a self pulse, and the best time to do that is in January, because now you have a whole new set of months ahead of you, and you can start over and give yourself some grace. I think that's important, that I like to tell people. Give yourself some grace, because sometimes we all step away from our budget goals, but it's okay, because that's why you have a new year. You can start fresh.
And what about saving money? That's one of the things that I'm still getting this feedback. I don't know if it's on social media or something. Something's giving us a lot of feedback here. But
Mm.
anyway, what are some specific tips that you offer?
So one of the things that we offer each month, on the first and third Tuesday of the month, we sit down and we have a wealth management workshop at Skyland, and we do a small business workshop. And one of the things that we offer in those workshops are important practical tips that people can start on day one. For instance, with your investing, it's really mental and mindset and being patient. You have to look at the long term. Okay. I also mentioned how you look at and audit your statements and your habits. Sometimes you find little things that you can tweak. And so we go through those things with people sitting down. Sometimes it becomes very much an honest conversation where someone's like, I did this last month. I did Uber Eats 5 times last month. Okay, let's add that up. Can you use that money towards something else, paying off a bill? Can you use that toward investing or putting it in your emergency savings? So those are the type of things that we go through in our workshops, and they're consistent throughout the city. And all it is, if you are a Chase customer, of course you can come in the branch and ask about the workshops. But if not, they're free to everybody. So you can just ask, and we're available uh, by following us on LinkedIn, myself, and we pop up everywhere throughout the city so that you have access to this free information.
I just made up something. And it's about those what I call creepy crawlers. those items that we, uh, you know, streaming channels, subscriptions, things that we may sign up for that costs whatever, and there's automatic, what do you call it, automatic renewals, eating up our income or our savings, but we don't even kind of pitch in to make sure that we're staying up on those things. Do you talk about that as well?
Yes, we do. I think it's circumstantial to each person, but it's so funny that you mentioned that because often when we're speaking to people and they look at their statement or they look at their spending habits, they see duplicity. I call it duplicity. I like that you call it creepy crawlers, and I'm going to probably adopt that. I ask people, where is their duplicity? Do you need all of the streaming services? Do you need all of the subscriptions? Right? Because when you add them up, you can identify ways that you can save money or you can put money towards certain things. Sometimes, sometimes people don't even know that they have these things being deducted out of their account
Exactly.
because they're not themselves as an enterprise or a business, and the money's just going and they didn't realize it. And then once they do, they realize, oh wow, I saved myself $50 a month. Well, you know what? That's gas. That's gas for a week and a half sometimes. So we do have those conversations, and I teach people about monthly subscriptions and those things that are needs versus wants, because sometimes a want becomes a need depending on how you're using it.
Wow. So if there were maybe two or three things, that you would recommend that people focus on right now to get on the right foot for the new year. Granted, we might lose some steps, but if we could start off on the right foot, what would those two or three things be?
Well, I'm going to share what I did. So I looked at my season starting from November to the end of the year. And I said, how much did I actually spend for the holiday season? Okay, that's step one. Now I have until I say around October or November of next year. Put a plan together, work backwards. How much money did I spend? Was it enough? Do I need to adjust? And for the next 10 months or so, put a savings plans together. So then that way you don't go in debt for your next holiday season. And I approach my savings for a lot of things like that, a lot of anniversaries or big events. How much time do I have ahead of me to save? And I break it down that way. So then that way it's not like something that's coming crashing down on me. That's number one. Number two, each month, make sure you know what's coming in and coming out. Okay. Because it's great to start in January, but you can also do this every month. That's why you have a monthly statement. How did I do? Keep a pulse on yourself. And just like you're scheduling time for your mental health and for your physical health, you need to do the same for your financial health. Sit down and make sure that you're on top of your financial health so that you don't have any surprises, because that's something that we want to get out of the habit of having these surprises. You want to know what's going on. Those are two things that I think that are very important. And it's like building a muscle, right? And so if you haven't been doing it, it's like going to the gym each day until it's a part of your life. Just build the muscle and then it becomes easier.
Well, I want to thank you, Asia. These are some great, great tips that you have given us. And what I want you to repeat as well is that, you're here with us. We're so blessed that JP Morgan Chase actually sponsored this segment. I know that you would have come either way because you just have the knowledge and want to share. But having said that, again, tell us how people can come to your place of business in Skyland, because we didn't really highlight that, and when and where.
Absolutely. So every first and third Tuesday, I'm at Skyline Community Center inside the Chase branch. There's free parking, and it's a free financial health workshop. You're going to learn wealth strategies. If you're a small business, if you're wanting to start out as a small business, maybe you have a hustle, and now you're trying to really think about it more seriously, come join us on the first and third Tuesday. And then if you come, I can tell you about all of our other workshops that we do throughout the month. I'm always happy. And use the community center. Work with me. Your outside organization, a civic association, a nonprofit. Talk to me. Come see me in the branch. I'm there almost every day. And we can talk about using this free space for the community.
Oh, that's amazing. I will be coming to talk to you. I know I've promised before, but I'm gonna make it happen in 20. It's gonna be fixed in 2026. That's my theme. Do you have a theme for the year?
I'm taking yours, Denise. It's going to get fixed. I'm gonna put it on a T-shirt if you don't mind. I like that.
All right. No, I tell you this, I have been fixing some stuff the last couple of weeks, and it's amazing how, well, we'll see at the end of the year what difference it makes. And that's what this financial advice is all about. Because at the end of the year, if you really see some results, just think about how great you're going to feel.
Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, oops, where did she go?
I'm here.
There you are. I lost you. Okay. Asia, thank you so very much for being with us and for sharing this information. And, tax season is coming up. People are going to be getting those. Hopefully, some will be getting those refunds. And we certainly want to figure out some way to give them some advice on how to manage that money.
Yes, absolutely. They can join us Tuesday, I believe, in the next month. We just had one earlier this week, but second Tuesday in February, they should join us about the fundamentals of investing. So if you get your tax
Oh,
refund, you
oh,
have some money that you weren't expecting, a nice little refund, might be a good time to learn about ETFs and mutual funds and how to do some self-directed investing on a platform. And we'll be talking about that the second Tuesday at Skyland.
wonderful. All right. Thank you so much. Asia, have a happy new year, and we'll be talking to you and seeing you soon. All righty. Where did you come to get off?